Hello everyone and welcome to Gaming Boulevard. Today I'll be giving you my impressions about an indie game that I've played at Gamescom. It's called Rive and it's been developed by Two Tribes. Now, Rive is a 2D platformer with some interesting puzzles, but it also has some fast-paced action. It's a pretty good mix between both of these two features. Now, the story is all about an old space pirate that's wandering around in space and he tries to find deserted spaceships. Why? Because these spaceships have loot crates and loot crates can be salvaged and he can earn some money out of it. Now, in his latest confrontation, he'll meet up with this fiercely robot and they actually get along with each other very well and they try to cooperate to actually infiltrate this big-ass spaceship, and they want to get every single bit of loot crate they can actually find. So on my off-screen footage you can see that's a typical kind of platformer. In other words, you have this story and it's divided in different missions. All these missions take place in the spaceship. Now you go from, so each mission has its objective, of course, but you have to go from point A to point B, and you'll have to overcome different obstacles. Those obstacles can be puzzles, but it can also be enemy robots. Now these enemy robots can of course be defeated, not by the old man, but the robot has a fierce arsenal. So first of all, I would like to say that this game is actually pretty simple to play. It's a pick up and play kind of game. After a long day of work, you can just pick it up and just start playing and you'll have a blast either way. But why is it so simple and yet so challenging? So with your left joystick you just move around with your robot and you can jump with your left bumper, but your right joystick is actually your aim, and from the moment you're touching your right joystick you'll aim and you just fire off bullets. Now these bullets are unlimited and that's a good thing because you're going to need them. But there's also a secondary weaponry, and the secondary weapon can be made out of different salvage parts that you found in the game, but it's actually, you can actually choose one of these secondary weapons in the beginning. Now this secondary weapon, it doesn't have unlimited bullets, so you'll have to play your mission, and when you're defeating an enemy it will probably leave behind some ammo for your secondary weapon. So be careful when you use it because it's actually limited, so you have to make sure that it's going to be worth it. Now, what can I say about presentation? So it mixes up two elements very perfectly. So you have 2D elements and 3D elements, and they merge perfectly. So when you're playing the game, it's a very dynamic background, and it's a pleasure to see. You have all these light particles. The game looks absolutely stunning, even though it's a very simple game. The sound quality is also very good. Now you have also these different kind of modes that you complete. So like I said, you have a story mode, but you also have this hard mode, so you can replay missions, and but on a difficulty level that's way more difficult than the first one. And there's also this mode where you're actually a robot that cannot die. So it's the same robot, but you cannot die. Is there a multiplayer option? No, there isn't, but you might have seen it, but in the left corner you'll see a score system. So each time you complete a mission you'll get a summary of how well you've done, and you can also replay your missions on the same difficulty or on a harder level to improve that score. You can also compete against the scores of other players who have the game, because you will have online leaderboards. It's good to know that the developers kept in mind that it has to be simple and it has to be fun and enjoyable. So you can die as many times as you want. You have great checkpoints, so it's actually a blast to play. What I'd like to say as well is that you can't expect DLC for this game, or you won't expect any DLC from this game, because Two Tribes told me that this will probably be their last game. They want to do something else, so they won't support the game that much. It will be released in September in 2016 on PlayStation 4 and Steam. So if you have a PC or a PlayStation 4, just check it out. In the meantime, you still have some off-screen footage that I've recorded, so just watch and enjoy. And see you next time on Gaming Boulevard.